Hi, my name is Jessica Moody, and this is my comparative education research paper presentation. The description of Ireland, which was one of my countries, is that the location it's an island nation on the west edge of Europe. The population is 5,068,050. The economy, the major industries in Ireland include high tech, life sciences, financial services, all are very lucrative. The religion in Ireland is mainly Christianity, particularly Roman Catholics, which account for more than 84% of the population. And the government is a democracy, which consists of an elected parliament, which makes the laws, and a president who is head of state. The president serves 7 years with a maximum of 2 terms. The education in Ireland, the goal, according to Education State University, the goal of Irish educational system was to give an equal education to all pupils without meddling from churches, and give Irish schools a semblance of structure, establish a policy of local districts to pick up their fair share of costs for teacher salaries, school lots, building costs, and school books. School in Ireland is compulsory from 6 until 16, or until they have 3 years post-primary education. Schools are owned and supported by the different churches. The states pay the bulk of the building and the running costs, and local contributions are made towards the cost of running the school. A school patron is assigned to govern the schools, and they manage the school alone, or they can assign a board to assist them. The Irish primary school curriculum is child-centered, and according to Citizens Information 2022, the curriculum consists of 6 areas: language, math, social, environmental, and scientific education, arts education, physical education, and social, personal, and health education. Schools in Ireland regularly evaluate students with a variety of tests and other methods to report the results to students and parents. Standardized tests in English and math are given twice during their primary school years, at the end of the first class or beginning of the second, and again at the end of the 4th class or at the beginning of the 5th. The description of Saudi Arabia, my other country. The location, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia lies at the furthermost part of southwestern Asia. The population is 34.81 million people, and is the 2nd largest Arab state. Saudi Arabia is a main player in the global economy and in oil markets, has a strong financial system, is an effective banking sector, and huge government companies based on highly qualified talents. The religion, the majority are Sunni Muslims, and the government is led by a king who acts as a prime minister and ensures the application of general policy and supervises the protection and defense of the nation. The education in Saudi Arabia. The goal is to ensure that students are prepared for life and work in the modern world while meeting the country's religious, social, and economic needs. School in Saudi Arabia is compulsory from 6 until 12, but none of the higher educations are required. According to Expatica 2022, Saudi schools are open to citizens and residents only and are free. Non-resident children may enroll if they are Muslim. Saudi government schools are gender segregated and focus their teaching on the Islamic studies. There are private schools that follow the national curriculum and teach in Arabic. The Ministry of Education and the General Presidency of Girls' Education regulate the schools in the kingdom. The subjects taught are math, science, literature, history, Arabic, and Islam. And the assessments are the traditional pen and paper, gap fill, multiple choice, and true false. They argue that teaching to the test is common practice in Saudi Arabia, which limits the student's potential to develop skills, and it distorts the curriculum. My topic statement for my research paper was I will describe the countries of Ireland, Saudi Arabia, and the United States demographics, schools, successes, and challenges. Then I will interpret the historical, political, social, and economic systems of these three countries. Next, I will use my interpretations to juxtapose how these systems affect the physical activity levels of children in their countries and compare and contrast them to the United States. Finally, I will compare the strengths and weaknesses of each system in dealing with the physical education policies in each country. Two key pieces of research. The first was national policies for physical education. In Ireland, there are 7 national policies for promotion of physical activity for health. They include Get Ireland Active, National Physical Activity Plan, National Sports Policy, the Healthy Ireland Strategic Action Plan, A Healthy Weight for Ireland, Obesity Policy and Action Plan, National Cycling Policy Framework, Physical Education Curriculum Specification, and the Physical Education Framework. The national policies for Saudi Arabia. There have been several initiatives focused on improving physical activity in Saudi Arabia. However, a common attribute of the initiatives is that they're short-term attempts that lack a coordinating body. It is clear that more physical activity opportunities must be provided for the girls and women. There is a need for national policy encouraging physical activity and discouraging a sedentary lifestyle. And then for the United States has systems and policies in place mandating physical education in schools to promote physical activity. The national standards and guidelines were adopted in 2005. The availability of physical activity opportunities is based on many factors, but at least children are receiving quality physical education classes in school most days of the week. The second piece of research was the emphasis on lifelong fitness. So in Ireland, the sport economy has grown faster as a whole, and the deeper understanding of the value of sport in Ireland and the returns that government investment in sports provides across relevant policy areas such as physical and mental health, economic activity, tourism, sport club membership, and volunteering. So those are the emphasis. Saudi Arabia, they associate many social and economic factors that affect physical activity, such as nationality, increasing age, gender, the longer residency in Saudi Arabia, living in a household, high education level, earning a high monthly income, increasing body mass index were associated with a higher risk of physical inactivity. Saudi Arabia ranks as one of the most sedentary countries in the world. There are high levels of physical inactivity in various regions and population groups in the kingdom. Interventions are greatly needed, especially to focus on physical activity for leisure. And for the United States, some social systems that affect physical activity are our economic status, education, family and friends, access to welfare or healthcare. People with higher incomes have more resources available to be active, such as a gym membership, exercise equipment, and money to pay for extracurricular activities. The juxtaposition between Ireland, Saudi Arabia, and United States. Ireland's systems affect physical activity levels in children in that their PE programs consist of only 1 hour per week. Ireland has developed a 3-step guide to physical activity for children, an agreed upon vision, and the plan to achieve the vision and the evaluation process. In Saudi Arabia, the systems affect physical activity in children in that it is not valued. In 2017, Saudi girls had just recently been given the right to participate in physical education in school. The inequality of genders in Saudi Arabia is still prevalent. It is still the most sedentary country in the world. And for the United States, U.S. children are recommended to participate in at least 60 minutes of physical activity most days of the week. The health benefits of regular physical activity are widely known. The U.S. has PE standards and minute requirements for students in school. Students in primary grades must participate in 200 minutes of physical education every 2 weeks, and secondary school students must participate in 400 minutes of physical education every 2 weeks. So you see the wide range of physical education programs. Ireland is getting there. They have the vision, they have the plan, they have the evaluation process. Saudi Arabia is further behind. In conclusion, Ireland and Saudi Arabia have a ways to go in implementing and carrying out national policy for physical education in their countries. Like the United States, they need educators to unpack the standards and require them for all students. Once standards and requirements are in place, the government and schools need to make it a goal to follow these guidelines. This comparative study has made me thankful for teaching physical education in the United States. When I first began my teaching, our subject standards were being introduced and unpacked by seasoned PE teachers around the state and country. No other specialty subject has minute requirements for students, which shows how important physical activity is for students at school. As a physical education teacher, I will make sure that my subject is taken seriously because I see the correlation between a healthy mind and body.